All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And today we are doing some hard pulls in the 2 valve. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I actually have done 2 pulls in this car already just to go ahead and test some things out. I did it off camera because whenever you're doing hard pulls on a new setup, you want to be focused up 110%. And obviously, when you're recording and driving, you're not really giving your full attention, even though this technically is hands-free. This is a new clutch, flywheel, fresh belt. The setup is new, and let me tell you this right now, this car is significantly faster than what it was before. I do suspect that the clutch as well as the supercharger belt was slipping long before I did start to notice it. It was probably on its early stages to where, you know, it really wouldn't have been noticeable from the butt dyno, but once I started to actually see numbers from the Jag report, I knew, okay, it's time to replace the clutch as well as the belt. This car, it's fast now. Well, quick. I'm not gonna say it's fast yet because it still needs to get into, I guess, that fast category, but it is quick. Now, you guys are gonna notice in this video, under watt, the car sounds a lot different because the clutch isn't slipping and the supercharger belt isn't slipping. I'm telling you this right now. When the Shelby is boosted, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think this car, if this is on the 93 setup, because I kind of want to go ahead and do like the 93 setup with boost just to get the numbers so I can tell you guys if it's worth it to stay 93 or just to go straight E85. I do think this car will beat this car, legitimately, just due to the power to weight and obviously the torque from the truck motor. It's a nasty setup, I'll tell you that. And it's spinning the R2s. Now, I'm kind of disappointed it's doing that. Again, it was colder out, 40 degrees. So it is like 60 something right now. So this will be the test. If this car blows the R2s out, 60, third gear, because again, this is third gear. I'm not doing no second gear pulls because obviously the transmission is stock. So I'm trying to, you know, prolong it as long as possible. But if this thing does not hook up from a 60 in third gear in 64-degree weather, I'm gonna have to go ahead and swap out the R2s for the ET Street SS's, for sure. Or the R's. Here we go, baby. Let her warm up. Get up the temp a little bit. I'll let it idle in the driveway for like a couple minutes, but I'm not gonna hit my normal spot in Mexico because during the day that spot is burned. There's a lot of cops there. But at night it's dead, at least right now. But I do want to go ahead and see if the car hooks up in warmer weather, 60 degrees. I kind of forgot all the weight reduction that was recently done to the car. I mean, we did wheels, lighter seats. I removed the rear seat kind of back and bracket, which is actually pretty heavy in these cars. It's easily, you know, 40 pounds or so. And I completely forgot, the lightweight flywheel technically counts as rotational weight, which is, you know, what honestly matters for a car. So with all that kind of going into the setup, it is a very different feel, especially because the clutch is grabbing. Now, I only have 248 miles on this clutch. Yes, I know I have been doing a couple pulls before the official break-in has been done, but I do need to go ahead and test out the car braking and whatnot, and the car doesn't hook, right? And then I go on, you know, Summit Racing or whatnot, and the tires that I need are out of stock. You know, that'd be irritating. So I'm honestly praying that it hooks up today. If it doesn't hook up, I'm not gonna be too happy, because these R2s are pretty decent tires, but I'm kind of confused as to why they aren't hooking. Now, I know some people have said that their cars have hooked up with the R2s, making more power or a similar setup, but I think it has to do with the fact that this is a truck motor, so it's making, you know, damn near as much torque as horsepower, and on top of that, a lot of the weight reduction on this car is rotational. So that is going to really impact how it performs wide open throttle. So I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 pulls just to test it out, to give you guys like a first-hand experience what I'm talking about, man, because it's quite nasty. All right, I'm gonna do a little hit. Hopefully it hooks. It hooked. It hooked. It hooked. It hooked. Hell yeah. All right. Let's go, baby. It hooked. Yes. But you can hear it. It's pulling a lot. It's pulling a lot stronger now. Obviously, I short shifted. Don't have a lot of space, but it's pulling a lot stronger now. It hooked. I'm glad it hooked. Yes. Because it was struggling in 40-degree weather. And I was like, man, the TQs weren't even having this problem. We'll do another rip right here. See how it is. It's kind of scary now. Oh shit. Woo! I told you. It fucking hits now. I was not prepared for that. It's not gonna, the video ain't gonna do no justice, but it pulls a little bit harder up top now. Fuck, I thought that was my car making that noise. This bitch is pulling now. Oh my god. I can't even like ring it out all the way, because like, you know, I'm not at my normal spot where I trust to do like a full on, you know, letting it eat, but woo, it feels good. I ain't gonna lie. Look at that, y'all. I don't know if you can see it, but Harris County already got the Camaro constables out. That right there is exactly why I did not go to my other spot, because they're all over. It is starting to be Texas 2K time, so you know they're out here in force, but this thing is feeling nice. So I guess, you know, 60 degrees and up, you know, these R2s are working, which is amazing. What I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna go ahead and kind of I guess let some air out the tires a little bit more at night when it's like 40 to get it to hook. But you know, 64 degrees, you know, in like 2 months, this is what it's gonna be like at night. So I'm happy I don't have to go ahead and swap these tires out, because I was really not trying to have to go ahead and go to like ET Street R's or something like that, because I like to drive this car around, you know. I like to daily drive the 2-valve. This is literally like my daily driver. I don't think people really realize that, but I like to daily drive this car. You know, take it to get groceries and shit like that, you know, drive it, you know, an hour to one meet, an hour back, you know. I don't want to have to be on a slick, right? The R2 is perfect for what I need, especially considering the fact that, you know, I'm only doing like 3rd gear 60 rolls in this car. I already know for a fact 40 is not going to work, so I'm not going to bother doing it. And on top of that, the transmission is stock, so there's no reason to do a 40 roll. The car is slower from a 40 roll anyway, because if it's spinning and I have to go ahead and shift into 3rd, which may or may not even happen, it might lock me out. So I don't care to do 40 rolls from 2nd. Doesn't matter. You know, this setup is not optimized for that. I need the T56 Magnum before I go ahead and start doing those rolls. But so far, I am very satisfied with this McLeod single disc clutch, the Street Extreme, the lightweight flywheel, and all the recent weight reduction. This car is it's faster than it was before. I'll tell you that right now, and you can probably tell from the pulls, especially, you know, as it gets to the upper RPMs. It really is. It is really pulling right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get some gas, because I'm at a quarter tank right now, and obviously I'm not really trying to drive this car around on a quarter tank that is shizocked. I wonder if it's feeling like this because I don't have the hood on and it's like getting max airflow. That could be the case. And like, also, I want to go ahead and add, I know some people might be asking, how does the clutch feel under watt compared to the other setup? I'm telling you this right now, this is hands down the best single disc clutch I've ever fucking felt under watt, because I was really scared after going ahead and getting this clutch installed that it would be different from the previous clutch, because the way the previous clutch felt, I thought it was a twin disc, because it was very like easy to go from 3rd to 4th. Like, it was like effortless to the point where like you could just like kind of just drop it in gear. It's not like, you know, with these, you know, cable clutches, typically you have to like fucking bang it, you know what I'm saying? This, it's like a simple whoop, and it's the same with this setup. So I'm really happy. It feels the exact same as the last clutch, but obviously, you know, this one is holding more horsepower and torque, which is a massive W. So if and when I decide to upgrade the transmission to a T56 Magnum, I'm kind of on the fence if I want to build the 3650. I honestly, just because I'm used to it and I like it, I believe all I really have to do is change the disc and the flywheel. That's it, and this will go in. So, and if I can't, I'm quite literally just gonna get the same clutch, just because I like the way it feels, and obviously these are way cheaper than the twin discs. So I'm vibing with this single disc clutch, man. The pedal's like an on-off switch, but you know, obviously racing the car, it feels incredible, and that's what, you know, I care about. You know, I'll sacrifice a little bit for it to perform, you know, when I need it to perform, you know, because this lightweight flywheel, man, it feels really good. What the hell is going on up here, man? We got like, shit, bro, we got a Chevy meet. This lightweight flywheel feels real good, man. Real good. Let me go ahead and pump some E right quick, because we are out. Whew.
A few moments later.
choppy. You see my catch can kind of going to work right there. My catch can is venting like crazy right now. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know a lot of you guys were waiting for a hard pulls vid on the new setup. One thing about driving with no hood, especially if you have a 5.42 valve, is the condensation is pretty crazy. Right now the weather in Texas is bipolar. It gets to like 40 degrees at night, and I think it's like almost 70 right now. So you're gonna have to make sure you are emptying your catch can, because it was full of condensation yesterday, and there's probably some condensation in there right now, because again, it was 40 last night and it's like 70 right now. I think it's actually 70 degrees, so or damn near close to it. So make sure you guys keep a lookout on that. But I'm very happy with the setup. I am super happy that the R2s are hooking up in 60+ degree weather, 70 degree weather. Now again, if you have a boosted GT350 that either has an ESS kit, especially an ESS kit, a Procharger, or a Vortex Supercharger, let me know if you'd be down for me to get a ride along. I don't need to drive it, don't want to drive anybody's car. I just want to get a feel for how the car is, so I can go ahead and decide if, actually, I'm gonna do it anyway, but I just kind of want to prepare myself for how the car is going to feel around 700, 750 wheel. 800 horsepower, I know it's going to be quicker than this, at least I hope, but I'm really curious to see how this does against, you know, a GT350 making 700 horsepower. The power to weight is real, the torque with that truck motor is real, so this is a pretty nasty setup. I'm very happy, and honestly, I wish I changed the clutch and the flywheel setup a long time ago, because it's hitting different now, and I'm really enjoying the car. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. The single disc clutch, man, it's not bad, especially for, you know, this application. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.